Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening. It's Diaspora Network. Good to be back again. Uh, Nigeria is a blessed country. It's really a blessed country. You know, many things have happened in Nigeria, especially with what is happening in Rivers State. You know, well, it's part of it, man. Rivers State has been they've been doing wonders. I would say that for me, it's like a film, it's like a film, which is good. It's really good. Some people feel they are above the law, so it's good. I like what is happening in River State right now. But what I'm just saying, there should be no crisis. There should be no tribal war. There should be no ethnic crisis. Okay, the politicians let them be free themselves. That is the truth. Let them be free themselves. So we should not. There should be no ethnicity. There should be no ethnic um, uh, war, all those stuff. Let the politicians fight themselves out. Wike thought he's above the law, that he owns River State. He thought he owns River State. So anyway, this is just the beginning, man. All these guys, this is just the beginning. That is the truth. This is just the beginning. And let's see how it will end up. The election was in River State. There was no election. I know Wike rigged the election for Fubara, hoping that Fubara will really defend him. We stand for him. We all know that politicians, they are after their own selfish interests. If you don't know that, know it now. Politicians are after their own selfish interests. They don't care about people. They don't care about masses. They don't care about you. They don't give a damn about you. Politicians are just after their own. So that was why Wike fought, rigged the election to make sure he put his person there, Fubara there. Wike has started people. Wike is a person. I'm trying to, I'm trying to see how I would describe him. I don't know how I would describe Wike, but it's interesting, man. It's interesting. Let's see how it will play out. That is the truth. Let's see how it will play out. I mean, uh, with the rumors coming in that UK is demanding 5 billion naira from the governor every month. We don't know. I don't know if how true is that, but we know that, and all these guys, they be talking against fatherism, godfatherism or rather. But you see them at the same time perpetrating. They are the one. They are still pushing for it. They are the one that They are the one that they will preach against it, and meanwhile behind the back door, they will now want to be the godfather. It happened in those states. It happened everywhere. Man, I don't know Nigeria politicians how they should grow up. Okay, let's assume we came. Now it's now the so-called minister for FCT in Abuja. Why are they so greedy? Must he control? As I heard that he controls everything in River State, those he appointed, even the chief of staff to the governor, he did everything. Even the House of Assembly, he owes them all. The local government chairman, he owes them all. But all in a bid to control the state. The state does not belong to one man. That is one thing which we should all know. The state belongs to all. You have ruled for 8 years, 4 years, 4 years. Then come on, let the other guy, have expressed himself. I use the word express itself. I know that it was rigged. They did not vote for them, really. Okay, that is why for me, I'm watching. I'm just watching and smiling. all these guys, some of them, they will reap the repercussion of what they did to River State, especially Wike. But before I go to that one, because definitely I will play some videos of about that one. What really interests me today, I saw a video in Arise TV. One APC spokesperson was in Arise TV. He could not see to defend Tinubu is not going to be an easy job. Before you defend Tinubu, just be ready to lie and lie and lie and lie, because his government, I would say, is based on lie. It's based on a shaky ground, because he didn't win the election. Okay, so to defend him will be a problem. So I saw on Rise TV when one of the spokesperson was on Rise TV. The guy just fed up. He could not really do it. So I will play the video before I come back to Wike and Fubara, because this is going to be. I wish I could have the time, because so many things are happening. Even Peter Obi had a kind of interview too. I was supposed to play that one also, and Atiku had, I would say, a press conference too regarding the Supreme Court judgment. You know, Nigeria is a place where we will say it needs overhauling. God help Nigeria. I pray for Nigeria, man. I pray for Nigeria every time. I pray for Nigeria. Let's keep on praying for Nigeria, because we need to take the country back from these people. We need to do it. We really need to do it, because when I look at things, no, we cannot continue to live like this. Okay, anyway, let's play the Arise TV interview. Okay, let's play the Arise TV interview. To defend Tinubu is going to be a case. You cannot defend this government, man. You cannot defend it. How will you defend it? But anyway, this guy was trying to defend, but how can he defend? How can he defend Tinubu? God help Nigeria. God help Nigeria, man. God help Nigeria, okay? Anyway, let me just play it now, then. Definitely. Let me play it.
The beginning of hunger in Nigeria, but you'd agree, Mr. Onokwasa, that since the removal of fuel subsidy, life has been harder for Nigerians. You can look at the purchasing power, inflation rate. Okay. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Bola Tinubu did not remove fuel subsidy. That is a misconception. The law does not even allow you to pay fuel subsidy. That is the PIA Act. So we were paying since that act was passed, we were paying subsidy unlawfully. Then the previous government, which was comfortable with breaking the law with respect and paying the subsidy, only made provision up to, I think, June this year. There is this. I believe we would have been in even far greater problem today if that subsidy had continued. It's not Bola Tinubu that removed subsidy, for God's sake. That is fake news with respect. The law says you can't pay subsidy. A president does not have a right to break the law. It is even the duty, the mandate, the obligation of a president to obey the law. You know? And then we have all this, you see this news cycle, we have been doing a lot of things with respect that are just totally uncalled for, unpalatable.
Okay, Mr. Onokwasa, I would like to come here.
You know?
Mr. Onokwasa,
they are unnecessary. Totally unnecessary.
Mr. Onokwasa, I would like to come here.
Rufai.
Mr. Onokwasa, my name is
How are you?
My name is Rufai Oseni. And first, patriotism means...
How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you two?
You say?
How are you two? How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Good. Patriotism means supporting your country at all times. But also, supporting the government when they deserve it. Mr. Onokwaso, I put it to you that you came here to misrepresent the facts today as regards subsidy removal. President Tinubu announced subsidy gone on Inauguration Day. And that was effectively pulling out subsidy. So you say he didn't remove subsidy, quoting the PIA law that had been there for a while, is misrepresentation of the facts. That's number one. Number two, since President Tinubu got in... Let me finish, Mr. Onokwaso. Let me finish, please. Secondly, since he got in...
Don't raise your voice at me, young man. Don't raise your voice at me.
Let me finish, Mr. Onokwaso. Let me finish.
I'm your guest.
So since President Tinubu got in...
respect me.
Since President Tinubu got in,
I will
the
walk out of
economy...
your studio if you raise your voice at me.
Mr.
Talk to me
Onokwaso,
respectfully.
you may will take your decision if you want to. I'm asking a question. You might decide to walk out if you want to. Mr. Onokwaso, since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked. It's at an all-time low as we speak.
It has not. It has not.
Let me finish my question. Mr. Onokwaso, let me finish my question.
You are a liar.
Mr. Onokwaso, moderate yourself, all right? Moderate yourself.
Do you know what you are doing?
Good.
Listen to me. Young man.
Secondly,
do you know what you are doing?
Since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked.
You are pretending to be a journalist.
The indicators are there.
What is the matter with you?
Since he came in, the indicators are there. Number one, the cost of the dollar to the naira.
What is the matter with you?
The cost of the dollar to the naira has tanked tremendously as a result of the fluctuation of the currency. All right, that's one.
Is that Tinubu's fault? Don't you know why naira tanked?
I'm still asking my question. Secondly,
it's been an of your friends.
Because it's been an all-time malaise in the economy as we speak. Cost of living gone up tremendously. All right, and things are really, really south for the economy. So, in all of this, it's been a slopey downward spiral. What would you have to say about all of this, Mr. Onokwaso?
Thank you very much for that question, Rufai Oseni. Please, Dr. Ruben Abati and my adorable in-law, Mrs. Mairese, does anybody have a more reasonable question for me to answer? Because I am not dignifying that insulting question from Rufai with a response. I am not.
Mr. Onokwaso, I will see that you're bailing on my question, and it's all right. It's all right for you to bail out if you don't want to answer it. But
I'm
it's
not
all right.
evading your question. Listen,
please answer it if you can.
Rufai, listen to me. This is not animal psychology. It is law. Okay? If you want to be a journalist, you can be a journalist. And you should learn the ropes for those ahead of you.
Mr. Onokwaso, answer my question.
You can never be my mate. You can never.
Mr. Onokwaso, answer the question. Dignify yourself. Mr. Jegut says that dignify yourself and answer the question.
My God.
Dignify yourself.
Please,
and answer the question.
Can we have peace?
Dignify yourself and answer the question.
Can we have peace in the studio?
My God.
Can we have peace?
What's wrong with this badly brought up little boy?
Mr. Onokwaso,
disrespect me.
Mr. Onokwaso, please calm down.
Mr. Onokwaso, I didn't disrespect you for the last. I just asked a question.
Please, Mr. Onokwaso.
Dr. Abati, let him answer the question.
Okay, do we end this program now? Both of you will not allow me to talk. Should we end the program? No, there's a breakdown of law and order.
You got a lot of
No, maybe we should just end it. No, we can end it.
No.
Go ahead, Dr.
Let's go ahead, please.
I'm appealing. Okay.
Well, I know that APC spokespeople for them to come to Arise TV is always a challenge. This guy would not dare to get to come to Arise Studio to form propagating APC agenda. Anyway, that was just for the wayside. When I saw the video, it was so. We cannot defend Tinubu. How will we defend Tinubu? He was just trying to. Okay, he said Tinubu did not remove fuel subsidy. In the inauguration day, he said subsidy has come to an end. He said it. So what you say it has not, he has not removed fuel subsidy. That's just by the wayside anyway. But just by the wayside, what will be trending today is the Port Harcourt, River State. All right, mini war in River State, Fubara and Wike, can Fubara really, can he withhold the fight of Wike? The House of Assembly was burned down. It's so pathetic. It's so bad to burn down House of Assembly. For which reason? This tax, now they're going to rebuild it with taxpayers' money. Where people are hungry. That money can be used for other projects, for health, for other things. I don't understand why Nigerians are just like this, man. They burned down House of Assembly complex. Last night, they had information that the House of Assembly wants to impeach the governor. All of them, they are all wicked people, okay? I mean, they all got there through, they rigged their election to enter there anyway. So whatever happens, for me, I don't really care. Because the vote of the people did not really count that day. We all know that. It did not really count. Anyway, so what has been happening, the House of Assembly, they wanted to impeach the governor. They removed the leader of the House. And that was other thing again. It's like fashions now, because even the leader now is not the Speaker of the House. And I heard the governor has dissolved all the local government positions. I still heard that he has removed the chief judge of the state. He has removed his chief of staff, because his chief of staff was appointed by what is his name, by Wike. I like what he's playing here, because Wike he fought against people that brought it to power too. So this is payback time. Payback time. But we should have to know how to respect people that are in authority. He's a governor of the state. Let him be the governor of the state. You are in Abuja. Do your work in Abuja. You've done your worst as per rigging the election. You rig it. We know that the Labour Party won that election in Rivers State, but you turned it around to favor yourself. Now, the fire is down on you. We are watching and waiting. So many videos happened today. So there were so many videos, oh God. This is part of it. This is how, how I put it now. When you think you are above the law, this is what happens. When you think that, when you behave that you are above the law. Let me just be playing this. I have so many videos I would love to play today, but cannot have the time to do all those stuff, man. That is the thing, man. Because I don't know if anyway. Okay. Let me play the video of the governor when he was being harassed by the police. He said it was tear gas, okay, or water. How do you call it? Water spray or something. So all the same. Let's just play it, okay?
We start with him. We start with him. We start with him. It is there and ever. The intimidation is too much. We die with him. Yes. They are attacking us. Oh, shit.
I'm looking for this is why to play. I will try to see. I'm looking for it anyway, so I can play. These ones are just on the wayside, okay?
Nothing must happen to Steve. We stand with Steve, Fubara. We stand with Steve, Fubara. I got the governor, not at him, but the governor is Nabi. This injustice must stop. Okay. Yeah, what I can tell you something. We don't go inside. This injustice must stop. This injustice must stop. She wants to notice. Let the one see how that she went to the governor. Let the one see. Punish him. The people's governor. Just let's leave it back. Let's leave it back. Let's leave it back. Okay. Let's leave it back. We are resolute. We are determined. Yes. We're here. You cannot intimidate the city governor. Please. Decorum. Okay, I'm ready. Your Excellency, you can see the carnage these people have done here. So. Let me say, the good people of Rivers State, it's very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate that we should be experiencing this kind of thing again. After about 9 years ago,
where we had an experience, a similar experience. I got information, distressing information, very late yesterday. And I said this morning, I will come and see for myself. The truth about it, in our dear state, everybody who knows me knows I'm a peaceful person.
Yes.
I can never, for any reason, even if I'm aware that there is plot to impeach me, for whatever reason, I'm not bothered about it. But I'm worried that a facility like this, that we use taxpayers' money to build, will be destroyed for selfish reason, just to please somebody. It's unfortunate. I'm calling on the security agencies. From what I've seen, the security agencies even compromised.
Exactly.
They were shooting at me directly. They were shooting at me. This operation was shooting at me directly. But it doesn't matter. Somebody will die one day.
I want to die with you.
I want to die. When people hear Fubara, they say, who is this Fubara? Is that man that was killed one time for a struggle? That is what I want to be.
You will not die.
I am not against anybody. I am not planning anything against anybody. But I don't know where all these things are coming from. Let it be put on record.
Wow. Man, that's how it is. You know, I always tell people power comes, power goes. That's why when people look at power, it comes and goes. Okay, it's not forever. Even this Fubara now, it's not forever too. Wike is not forever. Amechi was there before. Amechi Odili was there. River State, they should wake up. They should. River State, they should. I don't know why they're always fighting in that place. They fight like as if they like animals. Men reason. Men they reason. It's not by fighting, killing. But I can't believe they believe their own is just worse. Anything they are doing, they do it to the extreme. When Amechi with Wike was fighting, they be fighting and they are still fighting. When we were fighting, it was just killing, and now again. They are burning down houses, they are doing so many things. God save River State. River State, I mean, God save River State. That's what I'm going to say. It's just a pity it's like this. You know, Fubara too, Wike, they said that was one thing I saw today. They say agreement is an agreement. I'm sure he made a deal definitely with Wike. So I know the deal is not a good deal. I'm sure it's an evil deal. So sort it out with him, man. But what we are saying, the truth must stand, okay? What we are saying, don't let the populace suffer for what you and Wike has. I mean, if you have dealings with Wike, don't let it affect your people. Don't let it affect. Look at it now. They burned down the House of Assembly. Man, right now the governance of that state right now is, I would say, is paralyzed. You know, the House of Assembly said they've impeached the majority leader. I saw a video because said he's not the speaker of the House. There's a war going on. For how long we could be fighting like this? When he was there, he fought. Now the fight continues. What Wike, that guy, I don't think he can go to River State again. He cannot contest in River State and win again, even as a councillor. I don't think he will contest as a councillor in River State and win. That is the truth. He cannot contest in River State and win again. Let me just listen to the analysis of Arise News on this stuff, okay? Let me just listen to the analysis of Arise News. But all the same, man, God help. I will say God help River State. God help Nigeria, man. God help Nigeria. It's just a pity people are killing themselves, fighting, struggling, all just for. That's why I said we need to change the system. We need to really change the system. If this is not good, we need to change the system. This system is very bad. This I would call it, they'll say, absolute power corrupt. Absolutely. So I think they need to change the system, really, man. They need to change the system. Let's listen to the analysis of Arise. I like the analysis. Let's listen to the analysis.
We said it. We said it here. Politicians only think about themselves. We said it. We predicted it here, so we are not surprised. That former Governor Wike was so concerned about how he can still sit tight in power. And that's why he did everything to put Fubara in. But you see, what politicians forget, that Fubara is a man of his own. A man that has risen across the ranks all this while, and he done well for himself, served in your cabinet. You think you can control him? There are many stories out there. Some about signing paper checks and things like that. Some about even the Songhai farm that he wanted to revive. Whatever it is, when it comes to issues like this, you will know there will be many stories out there. But the truth is, I said Tonye, I keep saying Tonye because I don't know, maybe because I made a joke about him. Wike wants to overreach himself in Rivers State. And Wike needs to remember that he's not the governor of Rivers State. Pure and simple. Fubara is the elected governor. Hence the talk about impeachment in a couple of weeks, and the house now is being set ablaze. So the question is, who is going to rein Governor Wike in? Who is going to be able to tell him? Who can even speak to him? Because as we speak today, he's amorphous. If you say the chairman of his party should speak to him, which party chairman can speak to him in this country as we speak? Is he a member of the APC or the PDP? The last I checked, he's a member of the PDP. But he's meeting and frolicking with APC people in Rivers State. So what's really going on? And that's where you see the decadence in the system of Nigeria. Now, for their own political plots, they can go ahead and damage government property with their political talks. Whatever it is, somebody has to rein him in, or else this fight will continue. And it's just starting. It's going to unfold in a matter of days. Will Fubara be able to hold his own? Do we think Fubara has that political clout to be able to hold his own against Wike? It's going to be tough, because Wike is highly ingrained in politics and Rivers politics. So only time will tell. But
Wow.
you can see for every Rivers people that were deceived, you can see in the first place, this was not about you.
Yeah.
It was about how a political dynasty was going to continue through Mr. Fubara. And Mr. Fubara is saying, I'm not playing the game now. It's very sad what is happening in Rivers State. The people of Rivers deserve better governance than this.
That is just the truth. We are here to just to analyze things, okay? River people deserve more than this. They deserve better, okay? Not all this infighting and all those stuff. Wike has rigged the election. He put Fubara there. And thank God Fubara now is fighting back against Wike. It's the two of them. Let them fight to whoever. They should keep on fighting, because that's how it is, man. That's how it is. Okay, so, but the people should not suffer. They should not make the people to suffer. That is what we're just saying. It's not good for the people to suffer, because they say wait till elephants fight, the grass suffers. So they should not allow the people to suffer. They should, fight themselves and let the governance carry on. Let people have a good, make things good for the people, right? Wow. Today too, Atiku had a press conference where he condemned the outcome of the Supreme Court, that judgment. He accused the Supreme Court, the justices, of bias. Yeah, the truth must be told. It doesn't matter is in PDP. I mean, the truth must be told. It was bold enough to condemn what they did, but it's just too bad. Okay, it's just too bad. Let me play the Wike address. Let's watch the Wike's response to some things today. Okay, let's listen to what Wike said today. Let's listen to it too. Is that even important, Seth? That's important. I don't need for to play what response from Wike. There's no need for that. I wanted to play the video of His Excellency. That will be. He had a kind of interactions. I will play the video. Okay, I will look for the video to play it. Maybe I will probably end with that. Okay, maybe I'll probably end with that. But I saw one funny video today. It's just so funny for a policewoman that cannot recite the national anthem. It's just a pity that a policewoman cannot recite national anthem. Is how I say it. It's a pity, man. It's just a pity. The truth is that again, the videos of I have so many videos of this Port Harcourt fight. So many videos. I have so many videos. I even posted some of the videos on the page. Okay. I wanted to play some of the videos. So what, man? Let's listen to article of his response today. His response today. Let's listen to him. Just a moment. Let's listen to him. Then the most important I wanted to play is the video of His Excellency Peter Obi. I wanted to, because it's good to play his video. All right, let's listen to not Peter Obi first, to Atiku Abubakar. Okay, let's listen to Atiku Abubakar. If I don't see the video of His Excellency, no problem.
My election petition appeal at the Supreme Court. In response, I said that as long as Nigeria wins, the struggle would have been worth the while. By that, I meant that the bigger loss would not be mine, but Nigeria's, if the Supreme Court legitimizes illegality, including forgery, identity theft, and perjury, as it has done. If the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, implies by its judgment that crime is good and should be rewarded, then Nigeria has lost. And the country is doomed irrespective of who occupies the presidential seat. If the Supreme Court decides that the electoral umpire, INEC, can tell the public one thing and then do something else in order to reach a corruptly predetermined outcome, then there is really no hope for the country's democracy and electoral process. Obviously, the consequences of those decisions for the country will not end at the expiration of the current government. They will last for decades. I am absolutely sure that history will vindicate me. We now know what the Supreme Court has decided. At critical points in my political life, I always ignored the easy but ignorable path in choosing the difficult but dignified path. The path of truth, of morality, of democracy, and the rule of law. I always chose freedom over servitude. Whatever the personal discomforts my choice entails. When I joined politics, the critical challenge was easing the military out of power so that civilian democratic governance could be restored in Nigeria. It later became a very defining struggle.
Yeah, you heard him. You heard what he said. Nigeria, we need help, okay? We need to restore, we need to rescue our country, man. We need to rescue our country. That is the truth. That is just the truth. We need to rescue our country because what is going on is just too bad. Just too bad. It's just too bad. I don't know how to explain it, man. If I look at it, I will say, God, how did we get so far? How did we get so far? How? What happened to us? What happened to the political class? How? We just allow some touts to take the country from us. How? Well, we need to make our country work again, man. That is the truth. We need to make our country work again. Oh, man. There was a response from JP Clark on what is going on in Rivers State. He said, I think let me play the video of what he said. JP Clark, I mean, this guy is respected. He's an elder statesman. He knows that area very well. He knows the terrain. He knows what is happening in Rivers State. He knows what is happening. So let me play his video. This is just not too long ago of what he said. Okay, but I'm trying to look for the man. Let's listen to this response of JP Clark.
Who is he? When was he? When did he become what he is now today? He governed River State for 8 years, solid years, as a dictator, as an emperor. Nobody talked to him. Nobody directed him. Nobody interfered with his government. He treated the Rivers people as if they were just people who should listen to him and nothing more. The same Wike made himself an APC man, and he said he's still in PDP. What sort of person he is? We are watching to see what will be the end of the road for this man's political career. When he supported the present governor from the riverine area, everybody thanked him because the mainland had ruled this River State for 24 years, starting with Dr. Peter Odley, then Rotimi Amechi, then himself. In this case, he chose the man, the present governor, who worked with him as his accountant general for 8 years. Now he wanted now to control him, control him from Abuja. It won't work. Leave the man to run his government. And I'm calling on River State people to stand by their government. River State is one of the oldest states in this country. And I know everything about River State. Yes, Wike is now the first to rule River State. Today, he has not even respect for those who put him in that office. When he was Minister of State in Education, former President Jonathan and his wife stood by him. We said, no, Wike cannot be governor. He hasn't got the temperament of being governor. And more so, the upland have got enough. They refused. Today, he does not respect them. He does not respect them. He believes a small God. I'm not surprised. He was a local government chairman. Today, he's now Minister of FCT, the second man from the South to occupy that office. So I'm calling on Mr. President to call him to order and leave peace to reign under the present governor in River State. We will not accept wicked dictation. He should mind himself. Take care of himself. He's becoming too dictatorial, too controversial. He's not the first person to be minister. Some of us have been ministers before. He was Minister of State, nominated by Rotimi Amechi under Jonathan, and he was in education. He parades himself that he was Minister of Education when I was Minister of Education. He wasn't Minister of Education, he was Minister of State. He should call himself to order, and Mr. President should call him to order. Enough is enough.
Yeah, man. I just played that to as part of it, okay? As part of it, man. But let's hope Rivers people they learn from this, okay? Let's hope they learn from it, okay? They should learn. They should learn by now, really, man, because I don't see why they should allow a single person to have so much power. Wiki must reap what he sowed. That is the truth. He will reap what he sowed, man, because So sorry. The thing went off, okay? It went off. Right now, I'm using my phone for the broadcast right now, okay? That was the video I played for. I mean, what is happening in River State, all right? I wanted to play a video of His Excellency Peter Obi, but right now I'm using my phone. I don't know how possible I can do that right now, okay? But all the same, this for the obedient. It's just to reassure everyone. It's a long battle. It's a long war. We have to take back our country from these people, okay? And we should not give in, we should not give up. That is what I always say. Don't give in, don't give up. It's a long war. I've been saying that. The Supreme Court has failed the people. Supreme Court is supposed to be the hope of the common man, but it failed the people. It failed the people. And people are saying, what do we do? What do we do? What do we need to do? What do we need to do? But I will say, personally for me, the voice of people must be heard, okay? The voice of the people must be heard. The people owns people. The voice of the people supersedes all. The voice of the people supersedes all. So we should. People are saying protest. People are saying. So yesterday, I saw one guy was telling me Nigeria needs revolution. With what is happening in Nigeria, man, we really need to sit back and plan what we need to do to make the country better. All these guys that are there, they don't want to give in. They don't want to leave the power. They believe it belongs to them. It believes, and what's so shameful about it is that they don't have shame. They don't have shame. In a vast country, if you are accused, accusation alone, not now found guilty or accusation alone, most of them will just they will resign. Just accusation alone, most of them will resign. It's okay, then I'm not doing it again. Even some countries, the shame will be enough for them. Like in Japan, not just to resign itself, some can commit murder. I mean, they could just commit suicide. But in Nigeria, they will steal money. People will be praising them. People will be hailing them. This what at times it gets me. It gets me. I don't know. It gets me wondering, why do Nigerians like to praise people like that? Why do Nigerians like to praise evil? Like, it's evil. That's what I've seen it. Peter Obi would have made a difference. He would have made a difference. He would have made a difference. He would have made a difference. At least for his past record, he would have made a difference. The court system in Nigeria is so bad that even the retired chief judge, the chief justice, has to. He spoke. When he was speaking, I was wondering. You mean Nigeria is just like this? I was just wondering. I said, "Wow." That means who will not help? Who will not help Nigeria? How would the help come from? If the judiciary is so corrupt, the legislatures are so corrupt. Okay, even the one right now in River State, how can House of Assembly, all of you are supporting Wike? I mean, most of you are supporting Wike. You want to remove the governor. Don't you, as a man, have your own right, have your own say? Must you obey Wike? Can't we stand up for our rights? Please, as you watch, share this video so that people can see this video and reason. How can we make Nigeria great? Must you dance to the tone of somebody? Especially when that person, his wish is not good, is not for the best of the people. It's for personal. It's for personal aggrandizement. You just heard the JP class just now, the video I played, of how Wike has been backstabbing people. Do not hate him. He made sure he supported to be the governor of Rivers State. He was local government chairman, from there to Minister of State, and then governor. He supported him to be a governor. And now he fought the Rivers people during the February 25th election. He fought the Rivers people. He fought against the wishes of Rivers people by using his talks, using the police, using DSS to turn this around and favor APC to win that election in Rivers State. They rigged the election. He rigged the election. Thank God that Fubara right now, even the Fubara, they are all the same. They are all the same thing. But at least he has a man of his own right now, a man of his own to fight against him too. So now let's assume all those time he pretended that it was a pretense. At least now he has a man to fight against him too, which is quite very, very good, which is damn good. Wike will have to reap he will reap what he sowed. He has committed so many atrocities in Rivers State. It's like just like a demigod. What? Who are you? Come on. Well, I praise this guy Fubara is able to have the gods, have the people behind him to fight Wike. I mean, that would be very great if he has a god and people to fight Wike. That would be very great because Wike is becoming too proud. He's not in PDP. He's not in APC. He's in APC. He's not in PDP. He's in PDP. He's not in APC. I don't understand that. It's just selfish interest. That guy has just got selfish interest. He just for his own selfish gain. Politicians don't care about people. That is why I love Peter Obi. Office genuity. His care. His care. He wants to make sure the people enjoy dividends of the state dividends of democracy. We will take our country back from these people, man. People will say 4 years. No. It's high time we take our country back. We need to do it. We just need to do it. Enough is enough. People are crying. People are dying. People are suffering. And we pray, but they say, prayer without work is dead. Though we have to be praying. We have to make action. Action is important. We have to make action. We have to make a move. We have to make things happen. We just have to make things happen. Enough is enough. We should stop sitting down, idling, complaining. Don't complain. Stop complaining. The word is in your hand. The word is yours. The word is yours. Stop complaining. Let's just stop complaining. We cannot be complaining. Enough is enough. You've complained enough too much. Let's go out there. The truth is that what this guy said that day, Amici said that day, though they are part of the system, Amici wrote in it, that Nigerians know how to bear. Even if we go to their house now, kill their mama, kill their wife, they will not say anything. They will manage it. They will still bear it. But for how long? How long will you continue to do like that? For how long? For how long? This is pathetic, man. It's painful. It's painful. It's painful. It's pathetic. It's painful and pathetic. It was very correct. Nigerians know how to bear. It's only 4 years. After 4 years, 4 years will come. Come and go. The person will still do again. They will still vote for the person. Even if they vote for the person will rig the election and they will still be quiet. The person will go there again for that same 4 years. They'll say, okay, let's just manage 4 years. Then after that 4 years, the other person that's even worse will be there. Because just imagine the time of Goodluck, Jonathan. People are complaining of hardship. Is it not? People complained. They want a change. Okay, Buhari came. Buhari gave them the real change, the change they wanted. He gave them I'm sure times 10 of it, of the change they wanted, a bad change they wanted, times 10. The people suffer for 4 years. After 4 years again, under 4 years again, 8 years. And people, well, I would say Nigerians did not try. They came out to make the change, really. They came out to make the change. They came out, they voted, they registered, they voted. But some people stole their they stole their votes. And we are quiet. And people are even saying that they have even begged people to congratulate Tinubu. Somebody come to your house and stole your wife from you. Then you are telling the person to tell the person congratulations for taking your wife from you. Who does that? I don't understand. If they'll be to happen to contribute to congratulate Tinubu on his own, or on your own, or on your own, to your own, to your tent or Israel, to your tent or Israel. If he does that to your tent or Israel, but I'll be if you are here, look, don't disappoint obedience. Not to obedience. Don't disappoint Nigerians. Don't disappoint your family. Don't disappoint yourself. If you congratulate Tinubu, you disappointed yourself. I would say you failed yourself. Don't do that. Because someone cannot steal from you. This is open stealing, daylight robbery. Then you tell the person, oh, person stole your car, your vehicle. Then you don't give the person money to buy fuel into it and drive away. Giving GPS of the road to pass to go. It's just like that. If anybody take to the book, congratulations, it's just like that. It's stole the election. It's stole the election. It's stole the election. I wish I could play what even the pre-conference today of what Atiku did. Don't congratulate a thief. He's a thief. You stole. Stealing is stealing. Whether you steal money or you steal people's vote, not to stealing. People they killed us and stole people's vote. Then what to say? Congratulations. Let's wake up. Oh, let's wake up. We should all wake up. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Oh God. Oh God. I'm trying to look for. If I see it, I will play it. The video of Peter Obi is it was a kind of interaction session. Will I see it? Let me see if I can see it. Maybe I can. Oh God. Let me see. Man, Nigerians, please wake up. Wake up. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We cannot continue to live like this. No. We cannot continue to live like this. For how long? How long? For how long? For how long? For how long? Too bad. Damn too bad. Too bad. Damn too bad. I'll be using my phone. Let me use my computer again now, okay? Let me see. Let me use my computer. Let me use my computer now again. Okay. I think it's okay now. Wait, sorry. The thing is so. Sorry, man. I'm just. Oh. Why is it showing like this now? Nope. Okay. I think I'm okay now. Okay. Anyway, let me see if I can. Okay. Let me stop my phone. Okay. I'll use the. On the 2 seconds. Okay. Before. Okay. All right. That was the phone. I was using the phone before, but the phone. Let me make it off. I'm sure it's off now. Okay. As I was saying, I will look for. Let me see if I can see the video of His Excellency Peter Obi, of his address. Let me see if I can get it. But if not, if I cannot see it, no problem. Please, as you watch, it will be good. You can make comment, please. Okay. Um, please, as you watch, make comment, ask questions. For to ask questions. Okay. Then share the video. It's good for you to share the video. Okay. Let's interact. Let's talk. Okay. Let's what is happening? Let's talk. Nigeria, how do we move forward? How do we make this happen? How do we make this happen? How can we change? How can we change? How can we? I heard that we rally in the UK, but how can we make it happen? What will be the effect? Okay, that's the question. What will be the effect? What will be the effect? Because we want result. Everything we are doing, we want result. We don't want. We don't want. Um, Everything we are doing must produce results. That is the truth. It must produce results. So that's what we're saying. So what do we do? What can we do? How can we change this narrative? How can we change this narrative? What do we need to do? It's a question we're going to ask ourselves. It's you and I. It's don't think like those in diaspora. We are in diaspora, but what can those in diaspora do? Those back in Nigeria, what can they do? How can we make things work? That's the question we need to be asking ourselves right now. Because enough is enough, really. We cannot continue to live like this. Enough is enough. The core system we thought that can defend the people. Sorry to say, they fail the people. They fail the people. They fail the people. They fail the people. So it's you and I. It's you and I that will make things work now. It's you and I that can make things that will make things work. So what do we do? What do we do? I want. Sorry, I'm trying to look for I'm trying to look for the video because I'm using a different system right now. So that is why it's like the things I'm trying I'm trying to look for it. Okay, I'm looking for it. But what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Oh, go ahead, Nigeria. Go ahead, Nigeria. It's a pity that the people we think we the people on top, they are just continuing in what they are doing, or with the evil I would say with the evil they are doing, and they don't care about the people, the people that are suffering. They don't care. They don't care. Selfish people. They are just after their own self. Just after their own self. Well, it's okay. There's no. It's okay. It's okay. Um, the power is in our hands. So, okay, the power is in our hands. So we should try to. Let me say, let's work things out. Okay, let's work things out. That is the truth. Hmm. Let's work things out because I'm just thinking. Personally, I'm just thinking. If people go out to protest, let's say those in diaspora, those back home in Nigeria, would they because it's like people are just right now people seems to just be moving on. They don't care again. That is just what is alarming. People don't I don't Nigeria they don't care. They just don't care. They are just moving on. I saw I saw one video, one pathetic video. It was an accident. So people died already. So people were dying already. Then I think that was that people, and then so people were there videoing. They don't help people that were dying, people that were still suffering, struggling to survive. They did not help them. Some of them were going to taking fuel that because it was an accident. They were going there to take fuel. I mean, scrubbing fuel. People were crying for help. So people died. People they were just like that, just walking around. So people are videoing people that died, people that are dying. I asked myself, how did Nigeria got like this, go to this point that people don't care about human lives again? So the video I think last month, I mean this month, I said, how did Nigeria get here? How? People don't care about people again. Ah, I saw the video, it was like I could not watch it again because it was painful. It was really, really painful. People are just moving around, do that video. People are dying, help, calling for help. Nobody was even trying to help. This accident, people were many, so some died already, so we're just struggling. But Nigerians, we need to have a kind of reworking. We have to. I don't know if it is because of what is happening in Nigeria. I don't know that what is causing it. I don't really know. I don't really know, but we need to have a rethink. We need to remold our consciousness. We need to make things. We need to change things. We need to. I can't reawakening. That is the truth. We need to make things. We need to change the way we reason because this is not good. This forget about President Tinubu now or the governors now or all these ministers now. No, we have to do reorientation of our mind, our spirit. If we really want to make the country to work again, we have to do all these things. We have to account reorientation because this is not. It's not fair. It's too bad. It's damn too bad, man. Damn too bad. Damn too bad. Damn too bad. You cannot continue to live like this for. I mean, it is. Ah, no, 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 no. 1,000 times no. 1,000 times no, no, no. I was just wondering, say, This is a real? Is it a movie? It's not a movie. It was never a movie. Ah, let's assume that be happy to come to power now. It has work to do because what is happening in Nigeria? It has, what is, we all know, he said before, at least if the head is good, that is the truth. If the head is good, at least the body will look at it, will look at the body will maintain itself. That is the truth. If the head is good, the body will then maintain itself. At least that will be changes. But if the head is bad, what do you expect the body to be? If the head is bad, what do you expect the body to be? The body will be rotting. That is how it is right now in Nigeria. So that is the truth. At least we all know that if Peter Obi have to be the president now, at least there is hope. I think the top is good. The person behind under him will if we watch who's on top. If my superior is good, I cannot be bad. That is the trick. That's what we do. That is the truth. If the superior is good, the one behind will, even if I'm trying to do something, but I will be hiding it. Not as what's happening right now in Nigeria. Everybody just on his own doing as what he likes. What he likes, because if the one on top is a forger, so he can do anything to record all of them. They don't care. They do anything what to do. The House of Assembly, the senators, they are buying their bakers. They are doing their own thing. What do you expect the police on the road to do? What do you expect the common man to do? What do you expect the mechanic to do? What do you expect the customs to do? Because when the head is bad, the rest will the rest body will be rotting, fully rotting, fully rotting. We need to change. We need to change our mind, our mindset, man. We need to change it. We need to change it. That is the truth. We need to change it, and it's a big work. It's a big work. That's the work that's the work for everyone to do. It's a big work. It's a really, really, really big work. It's a really big work. But we can do it. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. That is the truth. We can do it. Everything is possible. We will do it and we will do it. We will do it and we will do it. We are going to do it. We are going to make a change. I will make a change, man. I will make a change. Hmm. Hmm. It's war. It's war. Okay. So we need to really change. Let's watch out what will happen in PH. That is right now. It's the beginning of the war. But for me, it was even too early. I thought the war will start maybe after 1 or 2 years. But the war they are fighting right now in Port is just really early. It's really early. It's just early, man. Very, very early. I thought it would take some time before the fight will start, but they could not wait. What is his name? Fubara, what is his name? Could not really wait again. He could not just wait. Oh God, man, this is. I'm trying to look for the video. I'm searching for the video of His Excellency. I want to play it because we need to hear what he said really. That's what I'm looking for. But if I cannot see it, so be it. No problem. If I see it, okay. Because I wanted to also hear from His Excellency. It'll be is I mean uh is I will play a video, really. If I will play a video, Sha, because we Nigerians, so we celebrate evil, which is not good. I'm not saying somebody is bad or good or the DSS, the APC guy that was released. If you see the heroic welcome he received, Bawa in his town, let's assume he was corrupt or he was bad. I mean, what he was accused for was really true. The heroic welcome received shows that Nigeria need help. Then that is the truth. I mean, that Nigeria need help. But all the same, I'm not. I'm not saying he's a bad guy because I don't really know him. I don't know what even the accusation yourself. I don't really know because I don't. Maybe even politicians are 14 because all the politicians that are there right now, those off your mic, and the rest. I think we are under EFCC arrest before all of them. So who knows? Maybe the other politicians they try to nail him. Anything is possible. So I don't blame him because most of the FCC definitely they step on people's toes. All right, they step on people's toes. That is the truth. So politicians, be what they are, they will do their best to make sure they deal with you. They really deal with you. That is the truth. So I'm not really concerned about that as per se, but the way people respect, treat people matters a lot too. Okay. Anyway, I think okay, let me play this video. Okay. Then I will look for that video of His Excellency. If I don't see it, okay. If I see it, I will play it. Okay. Today I just want to spend some time with because normally I don't stay for this, I stay for 40 minutes, 1 hour. I do my thing, then I call it a day. But today I can stay. I don't mind to stay for 2 hours today. All right, even 3 hours today. I don't mind. I don't mind just to talk, relate with people, then share some ideas. I wish I would for that video of it. I will be first. Really, I will for the video. But before then, uh, I like Arise TV. I watch Arise TV. I mean, that is the only thing I watch in Nigeria stations. Not just, I just watch it. I don't watch part of their programs. Okay, I watch part of that program. So let me play. Let me play. Let me play one of their distinct. Okay. Just a moment. Guys, please, as you watch, share the video, please. Like, make comment. It's good to make comment, man. Not just watch. Watch, make comments, like, okay. And right now, I know I'm on about 4 channels right now. Anyway, I'm on Twitter too. I'm on YouTube right now too. On Facebook. Just a minute. Let me play this video. Maybe I'll come back. Definitely, I'll come back. And if I don't see the video of His Excellency, no problem. It's always on that day, okay? But I would love, I would love to, I would love to play the video anyway. So let's just listen to this video of Arise TV of, let's spend some time together today. All right.
The immediate past Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, in a trending video blamed the docility of Nigerians for the inability of the country to get the right form of leadership. Amechi was speaking at a lecture themed Why We Stride and Slip, Leadership, Nationalism, and the Nigerian Condition, held on Thursday, October 26. Well, according to him, Nigerians know that most politicians are not honest but they still go ahead to vote for them during the elections.
The beginning is to say to you that if some Nigerians were telling you that you shouldn't have given me an opportunity to speak, tell them that so many television houses and individuals had approached me to speak on different issues since I left office, and I declined. Two reasons why did I decline? Two reasons. My publicist said don't speak, and I chose to obey my publicist, and he's very angry that I'm speaking today. He knows. Second reason, what is new to say? Nigerians don't react to anything. Has any politician told you that he's not a thief? Tell me one politician that has told you that he's not a thief. Tell me one. I don't know why you're gathering forgery, no forgery. What politician told you I didn't forge? Which politician told you he went to university? Which politician told you he served in NYSC? Which politician told you he has a certificate? Nigerians know and still vote for them. So what's your problem? No, tell me what's your problem? So I said, why should I speak when already there's nothing new? If you say it's a line up 10 Nigerians and shoot them tomorrow and nothing will happen. If you say it's a in fact, the worst thing about Nigerians is that even when you claim you're not committing any crime and they pick you up tomorrow, we said it is a thief, Nigerians will join. They will cross it and you go to prison for nothing. The greatest fear I have is being found in prison for nothing. And you can be found in prison for doing.
That's also one of my greatest fear, by the way, found in prison for doing nothing. And you know that a lot of Nigerians are in prison for doing nothing. So, but you know, a lot of reactions have trailed this video. Let me take some. This is from AJ Tweet. Chibuike Amechi tolerated 8 years of Buhari leadership. He enjoyed leading his campaigns and serving as minister under him. He didn't complain. I am sure he said, it's just 8 years, don't worry. Today, he's practically insulting the entire country with what he tolerated. He had no reason to even tolerate Buhari's abysmal leadership because he has been in his state's HOA speaker for 8 years and a governor for the same number of years. He had a strong reason to totally reject PMB, a president who hired 20 SANs to defend his O-level. Buhari's administration is the cause of the bad economy today. Chibuike Amechi should stop insulting the sensibilities of Nigerians. Well, another Twitter user there goes, this is practically not the first time, neither will it be the last, that a political elite came out to state the truth, that is reluctantly in the open. So I don't know what the opera is all about. He said the truth, which we all knew for a very long time, but chose to feign ignorant. If we continue to be docile and keep playing civil with the people that has no respect for the rule of law, then they will keep treating us as rags. Rufai, over to you.
So we had a very lovely conversation with with Olusegun about SAN.
Yes.
And I think that conversation is something that a lot of people should record and play back and watch again. Because it just shows a tapestry of Nigeria, dating back pre-independence day to where we are today. There's a breakdown in every aspect of our national life. And we truly need to ask ourselves, do we truly want a country or want a joke? You see, if we want a joke, we'll kid ourselves, we'll lie to ourselves, we'll deceive ourselves, we'll do all sorts. And we'll do the turn-by-turn Nigerian Limited that when it's my turn, I will enjoy every perk possible. Just like Mr. Rotimi Amechi enjoyed every perk possible when it was his turn.
Right.
But now he's now poo-pooing on the same system that favored him in the first place. Everything he talked about, I laugh. The judgment that made him governor in the first place, you remember how the Supreme Court went back on that judgment a couple of years after. So we can deceive ourselves. But if we want to build a country, we need to do the hard work of building a country. And the hard work of building a country means that special interests will be tackled full on. It's not going to be about the elite class any longer. It's going to be an inclusive country. But Audrey, I'm sad today to tell you that I submit to you that I don't think we're ready for that yet. I don't think we're ready to build a country. So more politicians will come out to say something like Amechi says after they've enjoyed the position. Just like how we're not ready to build a country. Look at the conundrum going on in Rivers State today. Governor is just barely 6 months in, They want to impeach him because there's brickbats across board. So we'll keep rolling along. And it's dangerous because we can't keep depending on outliers and saying, no, probably we'll get it right if we have a good leader. We need to be able to build a culture that fixes, that goes to the root of the problem. So I am not surprised what he's saying. Some people, in fact, would say sour grapes. Probably, if his presidential ambition had been successful, maybe he wouldn't be saying this. So right. I've laid it bare. Do we want to build a country or want to build a joke? I think what we're doing now is we're building a joke. We're just going with the flow. If it favors you, you talk. If it doesn't favor you, you talk.
Well, Rufai, he said he doesn't want to talk anymore. And
but
in fact,
he said a lot
well,
already.
He said his publicists would be very upset with him at this point because he feels like we just keep talking. And that's what we do here on television. We keep talking and keep advocating for good governance. And it just feels like, nothing's happening, Dr. Bati. I mean, things are changing. But I tend to align myself with, I think it was Mike Ozokome who said Nigeria is a work in progress. Exactly I love that. Dr. Bati, go ahead.
Well, I mean, look, yes, he said Nigeria is a work in progress. Every nation is a work in progress. Yeah. Whether you are talking about Britain or you are talking about even the United States, it's a work in progress. But the thing about many of these countries is that they have standards, they have values. And, you can't run a good society if you don't have standards, if you don't have values. Unfortunately, Nigeria is a country where anything goes. And it was Chinua Achebe who identified the problem many years back, very early, I think 1979, when in his book, The Problem with Nigeria, he said, leadership is a problem. And we have tried to address the problem through many directions. At some point, they say, oh, look, maybe if we use younger people instead of the old recycled people. Many of the young people that went into government, what did they come up with? What did they do? They disappointed the country. Because, look, we've lost the moral compass also, what we call the moral turpitude that is so prevalent. So that's part of the problem. Another question that Mr. Rotimi Amechi may well be asked is that, well, Mr. Amechi, you were a member of the State House of Assembly in Rivers. You were speaker. I think at some point you was even president of the Conference of Speakers in Nigeria.
That's what the Twitter user said.
Then he became a governor 2 times. Then he has served Nigeria as a minister of the transportation. The country has been very kind to him. So someone who is critical is likely to say, okay, Mr. Amechi, what did you do in all these leadership positions? What difference did you make, even as minister of transportation? So it's very convenient to come and talk about bad leadership. If he had been the presidential candidate of the APC and he had won, he probably would not be complaining about bad leadership because he would then be in the driver's seat. But it is his choice to say that he doesn't want to get involved in this work in progress anymore because he's been leading a very quiet life. So he just confirmed it. Yeah. But he's used to controversy and he's a citizen. We cannot take away from him his right to the freedom of expression.
I like that. Well, talking about rule of law, which he also mentioned in another development, the former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, last week was handed over to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission by the Department of State Security, thus ending the involvement of Nigeria's secret police in his case. Emefiele had been in the custody of the DSS since June after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu suspended him from office for alleged infractions. In the meantime, former chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Abdulrasheed Bawa, who was released last week by the Department of State Services, received a heroic welcome in his hometown of Jega, Kebbi State, over the weekend.
I don't know who the guy is. I don't know who is correct. is investing your right, and you're totally motivated.
That was quite heartwarming to see. I believe they said that was his mother there, but I do remember the song. Oh, you. I love you. Welcome. I loved it. Well, he's home at last. I mean, I guess that's what he'll say. But the conversation is still out there. What happened? Why is MFLS still in detention?
Yeah.
What's happening to the rule of law in Nigeria?
I'm glad to see the heroic welcome and the celebration, but I believe that we cannot continue like this in terms of we have a show of prolonged detention. There are, charges brought up. Nothing is said, perhaps sometimes struck out, as in the case of Mr. Emefiele, and then more charges, some of them are described as bogus charges against an individual, and then he's released, heroic welcome, and we sweep the matter under the carpet. What this means with this reign of impunity and the fact that there are no consequences is that it will continue to happen. In the case of Mr. Emefiele, and I don't want it to just be about the individuals involved. It's about creating strong institutions, and it's institutions that are credible. Unfortunately, we cannot boast of that in Nigeria currently, and that is why agencies like the DSS would act with impunity. So, for instance, with Mr. Emefiele's case now, it has now finally ended with the DSS. Let's not forget the show of shame in the court, whereby the DSS and the EFCC had come to blows over the contention of who would take custody of the man whom the court had just ruled with regards to a bill. So how do we begin to fix that? And going back to that conversation with Mr. Agbakuba, it's beyond just putting in laws, putting in measures. It's about respecting the rule of law. Because if we put these systems in place and we have people who would rather choose to ignore it, then we can continue to have this conversation again and again. Going back to the previous conversation on bad leadership and what Mr. Amechi had mentioned, it's the same thing, where people just act as they will. It depends on who is in power. That determines what is obeyed or what is not obeyed. We cannot build a nation like this. But I'm hoping, last week I'd asked, following the affirmation of the president by the Supreme Court, I'd asked the question around Mr. Emefiele, around what is happening to him. Also about Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. Let's not forget these people who are languishing in detention, despite court rulings with regards to the state of their cases. I think as a nation, we have to begin to rethink how we build our institutions. We are for that because it's beyond the person who is in power at the point. I hope that Mr. Emefiele will get a fair hearing, even though based on antecedents, I can't be too hopeful. But let him come out in peace, and hopefully we have another heroic welcome for him, and the matter is swept under the carpet.
Well, all right. I'd love to thank you all for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending. Well, that's all I have for you on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Guys, I just played that so to supposed to see what we need to be doing, all right? But all the same, let's pray for Nigeria, okay? Let's pray for Nigeria. That's what I will say. Okay. I've not been able to see the video I wanted to play. I'm looking for it. I don't know where. Oh God, I don't even know where I saw it. Okay, but it doesn't matter. I just want to stay some time today. Let's spend some time together. And there was one video today. It's this just for laugh, okay? Let's laugh. Let's laugh, okay? I mean, we are talking about Nigeria, talking about making Nigeria work again. What's happening in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, or rather, Fubara and Wike, what they are doing, all the fight between them. But what we are saying, the people should not suffer, okay? They say agreement is agreement. Fubara had agreement with Wike, but I'm happy that he's dealing with Wike right now too. Wike need to be dealt with. He thinks is a demigod. Come on, man. Power comes, power goes. All these things we are seeing I would call it temporal because it's like that. Odile was there before you. After Odile, Amechi, I think go to your turn, and you now want to be the godfather of River State. You cannot just Come on, River State, I would say, is not Lagos State, where Tinubu will just hold sway over Lagos. It's not supposed to be like that. Everybody have to have their own, as a governor, have your own plan. That's why you have voted for. Although they did not vote for them anyway, they rigged the election. Okay, that is the truth again. So that is why I don't really. It's just the people in River State. I just say, okay, let that will be good. Okay, let that will be good because really, we all need to wake up. We all need to wake up. Take the bull by the horn. As this Fubara is doing against Wike, take the bull by the horn. Fight Wike to the end too. Let him be disgraced. Although you get to power, I don't know how you guys get to power. He read the election for you, hoping that you will be defending him, but now you are against him. It's like that. It happened, as I said before, it happened in Edo State. It happened even right now. It in Akeredolu and his deputy. So it's like that. So we don't. It's like that. So that is it. That is it. That is it. But Fubara should be able to. He should be able to have his own words, to have his own say. Not somebody from a person that is living that is in Abuja dictating what's happening. As I said, though, they say 5 billion naira stuff and on that project, farm project want to do. The guy, Wike is imposing himself. He's the guy that appointed one of the position in River State. This guy, he controlled the House of Assembly because he influenced the election, he made it to win the election. So he has power, he has power over them all. So he thinks he can. No, they will definitely deal with you also. Because they have their own mind also, man. They have their own mind. They have their own mind. We think they will cover for you with all the money really, I know he did some kind of project in Port Harcourt as I say flyover, everywhere flyover. But no, did he really create job, industries for people to be working, to be producing, all this is important. Flyover everywhere, okay, good. But do you create job for people? Did you? Did you create a job for people? But at least he did something, unlike some governors that did nothing. They did nothing. No fly, not even over. There's nothing like fly, not even over right now. So I think he did some flyovers. I heard flyovers everywhere in Port Harcourt. I don't. In PH, uh, where I don't know. I don't know. But all this, we have to make Nigeria work again. Okay, the power belongs to us. That is the truth. We need to make it work. We need to make it work. We need to make it work. We don't give in, we don't give up. We cannot give in, we cannot give up. That is how it is. That's how it is. Please feel free to ask questions, can make comments, and again, maybe if you want to join me online, let's to discuss some issues. You can just send me a message, okay? Send me a message. And we'll see how it will work out. When I'm free, when you're free, we can be online. We discuss some issues of how to know how to share issues. Really, that would be good to share issues, man. And what we need to do, way forward, way forward. How can we help each other? How can we support each other? How can we make the obedience stronger? How can we help out? What do we need to do? We should keep on talking, keep on speaking. We need to make Nigeria great. We need to make things work, you know. We need to do all these things, really, man. We need to do it. We really need to do it. We need to do it. We really need to do it. That is the thing. And anyway, I want to play. This video is long, but I think I will take about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes of it. 10 minutes of it. At times I like this. Is that Abakoba? It says the truth, man. So I will just play 10 minutes of this video, or maybe even less than 10 minutes. Then I was continue to look for that video of Mr. Someone Safety Update. What I did, was it not yesterday or 2 days ago? If I see it, I play. If I don't see it, I will come back. Then I think I'll call it a day. I think I'll be able to play at least 2 hours, with you guys. That's how it is. Let me see. All right, guys, let's just watch all this Abakoba for why it's supposed to be here. Let me see. Just one moment. Just one moment. Okay. Oh, wow. All right, guys, let's watch what's Abakoba for a moment. Then I'll be right back. I'll be right back, then I'll call it a day. Just one moment. All right.
The same institution that he had served for about 47 years.
Right. I will just start by correcting you, Ruben. That teacher is a very good friend of mine. He really wasn't attacking the current CJN. He was referring more to the institutional lapses that has occurred over the last, God knows how long now. This is the current, this current CJN is number 18. The first CJN of Nigeria was Foster Sutton in 1955. And I can say that from 55 to about, say, early 70s, 80s, the judiciary was fairly well, if badly run. Problem with judges is that they have no clue as to judicial administration versus administration of justice. There are two things. Judicial administration. So during the military years, there was this consensus, even with the bar, that we needed to protect the judiciary, and therefore something called the Advisory Judicial Council, the predecessor to the NJC, was created. And that enabled the bar and the bench to keep away the military from interference. And when we had the Constitution, it became the NJC. I think the big problem was that the judges didn't understand the need to strengthen and institutionalize the NJC. I was on the NJC for 6 years, and it was an absolute disaster. Apart from the executive head, there's nobody in the NJC who is senior enough to understand judicial policy. And the first CJ, in my view, that understood judicial policy was the late Justice Tahiru Mustafa, at which point the rot pointed out by Mr. Justice Datijo Mohammed had festered. In fact, Justice Wike had referred to it in his own valedictory speech in 2004. So it's a long-standing problem, and I'm sure that finally, because every of the retiring justices of the Supreme Court, they have the occasion to, say a final farewell in what is called the valedictory. But I think Mr. Justice Datijo Mohammed was the one who has put it absolutely squarely, and I support what he has said. For instance, the welfare. Look what he said about judges, justices receiving less remuneration than the chief registrar. That tells you that something is obviously very wrong. I know that Justice Nikitobi had a very miserable life when he left. Justice Adeji, the lady judge who left, had no home to go to. So something is wrong when the judiciary, through the NJC, is receiving about 160 billion naira, and we can't see it. So I think what lesson should be drawn from what Mr. Justice Datijo has said is to implement a report that was put together by in my view, perhaps the most reformist CJN in Nigeria. That is the late Justice Dahiru Mustafa. It's a very good report, which, if implemented, would take care of all this. The CJN, let me re-emphasize that Mr. Justice Datijo Mohammed was not referring to the current CJN. He used the CJN's office and not the personal status of Mr. Justice Ariwola to describe the rot. The Supreme Court is at this time toxic, and it ought to change. And the only way to change is to begin to implement the report. One of the problems, the only thing I'll criticize the CJN for is when he said, we're down to 10. But it's for him to appoint or recommend. The CJN is, as you know, the chair of the Federal Judicial Service Commission. So he's the one who recommends judges. And then he's also chair of the National Judicial Service Commission. So he receives the report he has prepared and implements it. So I don't know what's holding him. There is nothing holding the NJC from filling the gap and making the judges 21. Every day they keep bickering about workload, but they will not do what they're supposed to do. They now have the budget. So I think the way out of all this, in my personal view, is to just dust up this report that Justice Dahiru Mustafa prepared 13 years ago, implement it, and let's see what will happen. Because confidence is needed. The judiciary is suffering from a very low ebb of confidence, which is not good for democracy. And that affected the recent appeal, the election petition appeal. But as Justice Oputa said, once the Supreme Court pronounces, it's final. So we've all got to respect it and move on from there.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Agbakoba. And since you have talked about this report from 2011, I just brought it. I think it's good for us to resurrect it at this point and discuss some of the outcomes or perhaps recommendations from this report. You yourself sat on one of the subcommittees on justice, integrity, dignity, and appointment and tenure of judges. So it'd be great to hear some of the recommendations from this committee reports that were made. And then just to take on one of the points you mentioned with regards to the CJN has the power to appoint, at least recommend judges for appointment, especially to the Supreme Court, yet hasn't exercised his powers. Are there specific reasons? You've already talked about, you've eliminated the challenge of budget since a budget has been provided for that. So what could potentially be a reason why he's loath to recommend or perhaps appoint judges to the Supreme Court, seeing that they complain? Even Justice Amina Oge had talked about that during her valedictory speech about the load, the workload of Supreme Court justices because of the numbers sitting currently. But beyond that, I'd like you to also speak on the recommendations from the report of 2011, as you've mentioned.
The recommendations of the 2011 report are so wide-ranging, I don't know whether I can recall all of it, except to say, broadly speaking, we took time were 29 people, mostly all the past presidents, some very senior Supreme Court judges, and past presidents of the Court of Appeal. And we took time to deliberate and came out with extensive, very extensive. So all the issues that are now toxic in the NJC and in the Supreme Court were carefully considered, even how to appoint the CJN. And the most crucial discussion was raised by my good friend Rotimi Akeredolu, who succeeded me as NBA president. He said, look, unless we tinker with the composition of the NJC, we would make no progress. Because the NJC, as you know, is the highest judicial making organ of the judiciary. But the problem is that the CJM appoints virtually everybody, and no one can talk. I remember in one of the meetings, when I had a very strong point to make, I was just dismissed. And I thought I had a good point, but there was no one to support me, because everybody was afraid of the CJN, to whom they owe their appointment. So the democratization of the institutions of the judiciary. CJN is the chair of the NJI, that's the National Judicial Institute. He is the chair of the the NILES. He's chair of the Legal Practitioners Privileges Committee. He's chair of everything. So there's a dictatorship. In fact, of the three arms of government, the executive, the legislature, and the judicature, the most undemocratic is actually the judiciary. So that's where the problem is. So what I would recommend to the current NJC is to have a very good look at the report, update it, and absolutely remove the powers of the CJN to be everywhere. And the other thing that I need to say is that we often criticize the judiciary. But you know, the judiciary comprises of judges across Nigeria. I've once had the misfortune of appearing before a judge under a tree. And I know of many cases where judges work so hard that when there's no NEPA, they use their phone lights to continue. So let's not vilify the judiciary generally. The problem is at the NJC. In the NJC, the first day I walked in, I thought I was walking into a 5-star hotel. The difference between what goes on in the NJC buildings and a typical courtroom is outstanding, horrible. So we need to flatten this. The difference between a judge of the High Court and the CJN is like God in heaven and somebody on earth. We need to really, really take the opportunity of the lesson, I think, that Tijo Muhammad's valedictory, which has been the most candid, has given us, is to understand where we are with the judiciary. And if we want to reverse judicial failure, then the NJC, the current NJC, must implement it.
So can we say that makes sense with all of the other things? And that Tijo quoted you about the Imo case and the Ahmed Lawan case. And we also have a country where Senator Bukachua also made affirmations as regards that. So does all of this now tie in to even decisions made by the Supreme Court? Because if you're talking about 741,000 naira in modern day Nigeria as earnings, then what becomes even of the court system? What country are we running?
So let's keep two things, separate. The funding issue has improved substantially. I mean, for the last 30 years,
but it's not reflective.
At the forefront with other,
But it's not reflective.
It isn't because
it's not reflective.
I agree with you because there's a mafia. I agree entirely. Is the money being distributed? I know of judges who have passed on as a result of critical illness. Is it reflecting? It is not. So that's the point I'm making. So on the budget, we need to have a democratic process whereby the funding is spread and not just retained. Do you know, for instance, that when a Supreme Court judge retires, he leaves his house to nowhere? The only person who gets housing in the Supreme Court is actually the CJN. He has a choice of 2 houses, one in Abuja and probably one in his home state. And sometimes this runs into billions. And I was on the NJC questioning, why would this be? What about the other judges? So that's part of why the situation in the Supreme Court has become so toxic. And it is what Mr. Justice Tijo Muhammad was referring to. The only judge, the first, because the CJN is seen as the Baba of the judicial process. But the first judge, who now got a real kick to say no, constitutionally, I, Mr. Justice Salami, am the head of the electoral courts. But Kasina Alu said, no, I'm the Baba of the courts. And that caused the quarrel. So you see, it goes back to this issue of we need democracy in the judicial institutions. The institutions that Mr. Justice Tijo Muhammad referred to, that the CJN, and I don't refer to this one, please, that the CJN controls, it's a retirement, it's a job for the boys. The guys who get there to do the work are already tired. Go to the NJI, tired. Whilst we need to put in people, young guys, vibrant, to shake up the system. The rules of court, if, for instance, Justice Amber of the colonial system of 1874 were to come to Nigeria, he will recognize the system. There's no change. And we discussed that in one of the committees where I was a deputy chair, the Committee on Speed of Justice. The rules of court are so slow, and it takes about 20 years to resolve cases. So what type of confidence would you have in that process? The only time you see speed is when you are referring to political cases. So the politicians, knowing that they need speed, have designed a special rule for themselves so that their cases go fast. What about the ordinary person? So these are all the challenges I think
that's why I also want to refer
really
you
needs to sit down.
I want to refer you to
Yes.
the way Justice Datijo quoted you when he talked about the Ahmed Lawan case and the Imo case. I want you to talk through that, because that's also a serious one for our country. If we truly want to build a country, or we want to build a joke.
Rufai, you want to put me in trouble.
I would like to put you in trouble.
I gave an interview that it was a bad decision, period. It was a bad decision.
And that's from the Supreme Court. That's from the Supreme Court.
I agree with you, Rufai. It was a bad decision. That's the much I will say. It was a bad decision, and we know that even Mr. Justice Datijo said it in his valedictory. You just can't explain some of the decisions. They're irrational. And if they're irrational, the public will begin to say, what sense do we make of what the Supreme Court is saying?
And that's where public opinion comes in, sir.
In the time of our...
That's where public opinion becomes
Absolutely,
important
I agree with you.
in society.
Absolutely. Public opinion of the judiciary is at its lowest ebb. And I think that this is something that the judiciary ought to take very serious. They ought to take the points made by Mr. Justice Datijo Mohammed extremely serious. It's, every other day or every other year, some retiring Supreme Court justice would make a valedictory. And you recall that Justice Datijo Mohammed was even saying, should I even bother? But he was persuaded by his family, no, history will not remember you kindly if you do not speak. That was the context in which he spoke, and he spoke very frankly. So again, I return to the point, because everything he said, I agree with. It is simply for the judiciary to say what Justice Datijo Mohammed has said is a very important point, and we need to take it very serious. Otherwise, the judiciary is going to go downhill.
Well, Mr. Agbakoba, there seems to be a general consensus that we need judicial reform and that, we also need constitutional amendment. However, I thought that last year, around June or so, yes, last year, the FJSC had a short list of judges who were supposed to go to the Supreme Court bench, majorly justices of the Court of Appeal. Whatever happened to that process? Because a list was even published.
It's part of the Yes, it's part of the toxic mafia. We've been pushing to have members of the bar get onto the Supreme Court. Actually, I and Wole Oladipako were the first to actually offer ourselves in the time of Mr. Justice Muhammad Lawal Uwais. But there is something against us, period. There is something against lawyers coming onto the bench. So I was part of the last interview process concerning eligible lawyers who wanted to apply to the senior bench, both the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. And that's the last we heard of it. In fact, I came out of bed with heavy malaria to do this. That was the last we heard of it. The only thing I can make of this is that because we put a lot of pressure, to do a short list of nominees that will exclude the bar. I don't think the Supreme Court has the bollocks to do it. And that's why you now have only 10. And very soon it will be 6. So it's time for the Supreme Court, the NJC, and the powers that be in the judiciary to recognize that they would be far better off to have academia, to have barristers, and of course, judges. We respect the fact that they are the ones who, having had a long ride from the High Court to the Court of Appeal, are best suited. But I don't see that they would not be benefiting from the wisdom of us as practitioners in joining the Supreme Court. So that's the politics going on. Because when the CJN, by the way, the 18th CJN, the current one, sat on the bench saying, we don't know why our numbers are depleted. I was watching him on TV and having a big laugh. Say, but you have the power to do this. It is for you to set the process in motion. FJAC, you are the chair, so you put the motion in and you bring in the relevant, suitable candidates and you send it up to the NJC and that's it. It's simple, ABC. It's not rocket science. So why is he moaning as if he doesn't have the power? Is it the president of Nigeria or the president of the Senate? The power to appoint judges squarely.
Anyway, let me stop that guy there. Before I go, let me just, I was looking for the video of His Excellency to play, but we can listen to it, but I didn't see it. But it's okay. It's okay. It's always on that time. Okay. So it's always on that time. All right. So now, let's just go back a little bit to Rivers State. Okay. I saw Asari Dokubo. He made a video today of talking of as part of what's happening in Rivers State. Okay. Let me just do the video. Then I just do the video. I will come back again. Maybe for just how many minutes? 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. It's long. Anyway, let's play it. Okay. What's guy saying? 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute, please. Oh, yes, yeah. Let me just do the video. Yes. So long. And don't need to play it. It's important. It's just as Ari of what was saying concerning what's happening in River State. No need to play it. I think I'll stay for at least today. I tried to bit, to share some things with us. Anyway, it's a bit late here, man. A bit late, okay. It's a bit late now, so I guess I gotta call it a day. But before I go, I'm going to play this funny video. It's so funny. I don't blame her. Most people don't know how to. Most people don't know how to. They don't know how to say it too. Okay, but just watch the video. Okay, I won't say anything about it until you watch the video. Okay, I won't say anything about it until you watch the video. It's so funny. I know that most people don't know it. So let us know maybe most people, but since she's a police officer, She's supposed to have. She's supposed to have. She's supposed to know how to sing it. Really, man. Let's be frank. Okay, let me play it. Where's the volume now?
Shit.
I can't make it high again. I can't hear her again. Why now? I can't hear her.
Shit.
Uh-oh. What's happened now? I wanted us to laugh before we go. I can't hear her. Why? Why are you not clear now? It's supposed to be.
Shit.
Well, maybe it's okay. But the video was viral today. She went viral. She could not sing the national anthem. That's just the thing. She could not sing the national anthem. She could not sing the national anthem. Uh-oh. Let me try my other computer. Let me try the other computer. She could not sing the national anthem. I don't know why. You know, it's not loud here, man. I don't know. Uh-oh.
Shit.
I don't know why it's not loud here. It's supposed to be like, when I listened to it, I heard it very clearly. I heard it very clearly.
Shit.
Wow, man. That is it. Anyhow it is, man. It's okay. Where Nigerians, diaspora, anyway, may be obedient.
Shit.
The battle is on. Let's keep on fighting. Let's keep on the dream. We're going to give in. We're going to give up. Okay. We must surely. We must surely overcome. Okay. No matter what, we must surely overcome. That is the truth. Okay. Let's keep up the hope. Let's keep up praying for our country, pray for our leaders. As we do pray, we will also take action. Action is important. They say faith without work is dead. So we need to follow up with action. We need to follow up with action. That is the truth, man. We need to follow up with action. That is how it's supposed to be. That's supposed to be. Well, I cannot see that one. Yeah, I mean, I cannot see that one. No problem. I just want to spend some time here. Yeah. Wow. All right. Let's see to the governor of.
We wake up this morning with a very troubling news. We have gone to the assembly to see for ourselves what has happened. On my way there, I was shot at directly by the OC operation, or DC, or whatever they call him. Directly, it's not. But it doesn't matter. Somebody will die, one way or the other. Either you die inside your house, or you die on the road by something. But so my journey today is, whatever it is that wants to happen, let it happen. If Siminalayi Fubara is impeached, I am not the first, neither will I be the last. Hold on. I'm saying if it happens. But what is important is any attempt that is not justified will be resisted. Let them come out. And tell Rivers people, that offense that is what I want. Come out and tell the people of Rivers State that offense that Fubara committed that is warranting impeachment. So, but my happiness this morning is the people of Rivers State, represented by every one of you here, is with us.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yes, I have seen the video as well. Let me see if I can play it. I can play it. The progression can play it.
To know whether I can sell it to make some money. So basically, I'm a trader. And I've done programs in different schools, which varies. I was telling her when I came here, I said, the only modern school in Oxford is State Business School. Every other building is old. And I want to tell you the history of the building. Because I spent some months here in State Business School, and they were taking us one college or the other, telling us this one is 13th century, 12th, and so on. I said, that's the only one that is modern. And that's the only place you get parking space. There's no parking space anywhere in Oxford. So basically, and when I get involved in politics, for me, life is about being human. Life is about trying to, the only thing you add in life is when you help to build another society. When you see things working, when you having lived in various struggles, war, and out of curiosity of my own, because people at times ask me, why do you go to all these schools? I said, after being in school in Nigeria, I asked myself, I want to know what makes this school different. So I would treat them and say, John Soros, they say you want to London School of Economics. I look for a program in London School of Economics and go there. Maybe I did that I want to go. They say go to Columbia. I look for a program in Columbia. Oh, this is went to Harvard. I look for a good. And I made me to now do INSEAD, IMD, Kellogg, everything. curiosity. Let me know where there's special thing in their brain. And when I go there, I find out that no, it's the same thing. So that's why I went to all the school. Basically, my job as a trader went into politics. From being in school, I don't have enough time that I've told you what drove me into politics. Just like you people who were students. You know, a professor in Kellogg taught me to go into politics. His name now, Donald Jacob, the dean and the co-founder of Kellogg Graduate School. In 2001, I'll be very quick about it. I went to do a program in Kellogg for 3 months. Professor Donald Jacob took us in a course called World Economy. For 3 months, he didn't say anything about Africa. You can imagine my frustration, having paid $40,000 this course. This man is teaching world economy, hasn't said anything about my continent, progress of my country. So a day before the last date, I raised my hand. I said, Dean, you haven't talked, you said it's world economy, but you haven't said anything about Africa. He said, do I want to know about Africa? I said, yes. I paid $40,000 for this course, and we haven't spoken about my content. He said, you will say tomorrow. The next day is his last day as a lecturer in Kellogg, where he has lectured for 57 years. So on that last day, the whole place was filled. A big hall. And when he finished, he looked at me and said, Peter, do you want to know about Africa? I said, yes. He said, there's nothing called African economy. Nobody plans with Africa. Have I ever seen African specification in vehicle? There's the Gulf spec, the Euro spec, there's American spec, there's Asian spec, have I ever heard of them? I said, no. He said, in your country, you have 20-year, 30-year economic plan? Of course. Even when I haven't seen, I said yes. We have in our own. Said, join me for lunch. So when he finished, I followed him for lunch. After we had lunch, he said, let's take a walk by Michigan. If you know Kellogg Graduate School, or they call it now Kellogg Business School, it's on the bank of Lake Michigan. So we started walking on after lunch on the lake. He brought out 2 currencies. He said, do you have any of your country's currency? I said, yes. That time, the highest denomination of Naira, which is Nigerian currency, was 100 Naira. So I brought it out. He brought out $100. He said, which of these 2 currencies do you prefer, Peter? I said, $100. He said, why? I told him that it's 100 Naira to $1. So his $100 is 10,000 Naira, and my one is this. He said, okay, let's exchange it. So he took my 100 Naira and gave me $100, and we continued to walk. After we've done it, that's like a report. It stopped again. I said, Peter, can I look at the dollars again? So I brought it out, feeling, please don't take it back, because I've just gotten 10,000 Naira. So he said to me, tell me, Peter, which of these 2 currencies do you prefer? I said again, the dollar. Why? I told him the reason again. He said, let's sit down. So we sat down in a bench, watching the lake. He said, young man, I've been a lecturer, I've taught in Kellogg Graduate School for 57 years. Today is my last day. You own and have been involved in economies all over the world. The only reason why you prefer another country's currency to your currency is the amount of faith you have in your country. The economy is driven by faith. what drives our faith is hope. Because there's no hope in your country, you don't have faith in it. So you prefer another man's currency. If you go around, British people keep their money in British pounds. Italians, there was no euro then. Italians keep their money in lira, even when the rate is worse than your rate. Chinese in Chinese yuan, Singaporeans in Singaporean dollar, Malaysians in ringgit, Germans in Dutch. And went around and I said, well, because you don't have faith in your country, you prefer another country's currency. Can I ask you for a favor? I said, yes. Can you go back to your country? Before you ask me that favor, you ask something. From your profile, you are a director in about three-quarter company, even a vice chairman of the bank. Are you worth $1 million? I said, yes. Are you worth 2? I said, yes. Are you worth 5? I said, yes. He said, you don't need to. If you're worth $5 million, you can actually live your life for the rest of your life without making more money because you have enough food, enough to move around. If you invest it properly, it will be giving you all you need. The rest of the money after that is the one that is in the bank, and the bankers are using it to do that. I'm worth about the same thing. Can I ask you a favor? Can you go back to your country and participate in building public wealth? Go and start in government. Public wealth enriches everybody. Individual wealth impoverishes everybody. That's what I will leave you with. That was where we stopped. And I had his $100. So I should keep his $100, which I was very happy to keep. You know. I left Kellogg the next day. I went back to Nigeria. There were a series of issues that happened. Very sadly. And I decided, and I come home, you know what I mean? I came home to my wife and said, listen, I'm going to go to my state and contest for governor. Up to then, I've never voted. Never had anything to do with politics. And you know what it means to have a young marriage and you're telling your secretary that are you crazy? What is happening to you? She started calling everybody. Doesn't know what I'm feeling. I said he's going to the village to go and contest to be governor. Instead of investing in money, the investment we were trying to do then, that if I had invested today, I would have worth millions of dollars. I said, see this money, I'm going to put it in politics. I've stopped investing. And it was one of the most difficult things that happened in my life. But looking back down, you know, as difficult, with all the things I've lost, I have a sense of fulfillment that at least I can say, I changed this, I changed this, I changed this. And even still participating in it in Nigeria. When I was coming here today, somebody asked me, said, how do you feel about contesting election for the office of the president and what has happened in everything and what has let me tell you, we're just beginning. We won't stop until we dismantle that crime scene. So that's basically how I feel. For me, we need to all come together and make Africa work, make Nigeria work, and make collectively the Black world work.
Thank you so much for that. My next question is actually, you kind of spoke about the economy and like how it got you into politics. Currently with the rate of Naira being really high compared to like pounds, what do you think A would be the best policies to make sure that that is better and the Naira is stronger? And B, what do you think our current governments can take on that?
Well, for me, it's very easy. First, you ask yourself, what drives the rate of your currency? It's a very simple answer. Your reserve. what drives your reserve? Your exports. Countries have been where we are today. It's very sophisticated. If you look at my campaign, I insisted we must move from consumption to production. Simple. There's nothing wrong with entire Africa. Entire Africa, not just about Nigeria. What is lacking is one simple thing: leadership. You can turn it around in a small space of time. With effortless ease. I was discussing with somebody, I think it was this morning, and I said, listen, you have a situation, if I take the entire, I'm talking about the entire Africa now, because I'm sure so many people here are not from Nigeria. Am I right? Are all of you from Nigeria? Huh? No. Thank you. So we have 4 people from, where are you from? Somalia. Huh? Somalia. Thank you. The entire Africa, let me just compare the entire Africa so you see why we must do more. Today, Africa remains the only unexplored, unproductive continent. But the entire Africa, in terms of land size, Africa is about 30 million square miles of land. That's about 30 million square. Europe, the entire Europe, it's about 10,000. They're all 10,000 point something, and then this one is 30,000. So Africa, in terms of land size, is 3 times the size of Europe. In terms of population, the entire Europe is about 743 million. We are 1.4 billion something. So we are twice their size. And our youth population is unbelievable. Not from here. But when you now compare the fact that if you look at our economy, the entire Europe GDP is about 16.6. And we are 2.2. So we're 8 times that. And what is making it that? Just because they're productive. So it's managing your rate of exchange is not a rocket science. It's fact that you have to produce and export something. By that, you increase your reserve, and if you increase your reserve, you manage your rates. The rates will come to what it's supposed to be. And in case of Nigeria, then I can come back to Nigeria. Nigeria today, I'll just give you an example using 1 or 2 states, which I always use on the map. We have a state called Niger State. Niger State is 76.3 thousand square kilometers of land in size. Very fertile land. Where you can grow your food, everything, even fresh water. But Niger State today produces nothing. In fact, 7 local governments in a place called Niger State is occupied by bandits. So nobody goes there. Look at the population, and they have a population of about 5 million people. Netherlands in Europe is a total of 41,000 square kilometers of land. If you minus water, they are about 33,000. But in 2021, 2022, they did export of agricultural products of 120-something billion dollars. So Niger State is 2.5 times Netherlands. Netherlands, and this country could do export of over $125 billion. And these people, 0. The The entire money they get from statutory allocation, if the money is allocated to them, the entire money they will get for the year is 50 billion naira. 50 billion naira today, I'm going to use just 1,000 to $1, is exactly $50 million. But if they do just 2% of the exports of Netherlands, $2.5 billion. So they could actually earn 50 times what they get from what is being shared if they do production. And they have more land space. Netherlands population is about 17.4 million, and they have about 5 million. So it's so the pocket size. This is, you can say, is a developed country. But look at something like Vietnam that came out of war. Vietnam total export is over $400 billion, about $400 billion. Nigerian total export is about $40 billion. So we can't even do 10% of what Vietnam is doing. Vietnam is supposed to be the third world. They are 100 million people, so they are half of our population. And the total land space of Vietnam is 331,000 square kilometers of land. So we have to widen 3 times, because we are at 923,000. So we have 3 times the land space to widen their population, but look at the export. So it's not a difficult thing. What is difficult is that in Africa, the leadership and politicians have turned this space, including Nigeria, into a gigantic criminal enterprise and refuse to leave so we can build the country. And yet, it was putting Africa to within them. All of you here at schools here, you have seen that there's no difference between people you met here and us. They're not more relaxed, they're not more intelligent, except that we have parents who have decided not to help. If you do that, you can curtail the Naira. It's just export. In our own case, we have natural resources. People are stealing our oil. And if I show you the calculation of what we're losing, people are saying our oil, you won't believe it.
Thank you so much. My next question, you kind of spoke about productivity influencing how we're going to bring down the rate. But my question is, there's a lot of young talent leaving Nigeria because of the government, and that means, again, productivity is going down because we aren't able to retain young talent. How do you think is the best way to actually manage that?
Well, quite frankly, when I was campaigning, I wasn't against it. I wasn't against their living. They call it brain drain.
China and shifting away from the Western nations. So I was just wondering, do you think there's still a part of Western nations in the conditions that keep African countries underdeveloped? This whole conversation of neocolonialism and how that affects, the value of production we're able to have in this day and age.
Well, quite frankly, I'm going to take your 2 questions in the trade and what you said. The history of the black man, quite frankly, has been history of being less human. And we have to face the fact, being less human, being not equal to other races of the world, from slave trade to colonialism to such as I can tell you there's Muslims, there's Christians in Nigeria. If there's any place Muslims buy bread cheaper, Christians will go there and buy the bread and go back to their church. If there's any place Muslims buy dollar from pound, Christians will go there and buy. But these are things they use. And I always use them and tell them,
It's a long video. I think I will fast forward it a little bit so that I can call it a day, man.
When there was nothing in Dubai.
I need to.
You will not believe it.
Let me fast forward it a little bit so we can call it a day. It's very long,
Was
man.
donated by Emir of Dubai. The building, the church
At least
was
let
built
me
by him.
make it.
And it's got a church. You can go there, you see it. So that's built, done, donated. My age now, and I'm what I do now. Well, I put this hotel for you. So that's okay.
I fast forwarded it so I can call it a day. Okay.
So I sent him.
It's been a long day.
And I said, you can see, you can read it out, you know. That's the message, that's what it is. Yeah, this one.
Oh.
It says, thank you sincerely, Chairman, and my very dear elder brother. But I wish to respectfully appeal that this is expensive. There must be a room below $500, all inclusive, in the same facility, or we go for a lower brand of their chain, i.e. Crown Plaza Holiday Inn. Looking forward to meeting you as directed. God bless you always.
So I said to him, listen. He said, no, you're safe. I said, listen, sir, I'm only going to sleep. You know, what you bet now can keep me awake. You know, it's because, but this is what you aim when you're young. I want to sleep in the streets. I want to have the best of it. But then it makes you
Man,
what you pay.
it's long ago.
I can give
Let me reduce it again, man.
I was in prison just 2 days ago. I went to a chairman and spoke at an event. And you could see when Chimamanda says, a man deeply admired, you know, we go and make Chimamanda.
And in the next 2 minutes, we'll call it off, okay?
And I used to know the parents, you know. And yeah, came, they said, oh, they're expecting the governor. So they said the governor have arrived. But I was there. Because for in Nigeria, for you to be a big man, a social man, the only way you can recognize is to be a bit irresponsible. Rascality and bad behavior have become a measure of success and power. So there's a gathering like this, and I come late and I'm storming into and sit in front. That shows that the big man arrived. But it was fun because I know they are good at history. But what I try, I won't talk them into going into politics. And I tell them that, don't look at me. I'm the politician, you're not. Go and find life. Start doing something. It gets to a stage in your life where you must have done something that can bring in a bit of success that you can go back to. I'm a lawyer, for example. If this can do this and go back to, but when you turn it into things difficult, again, we'll get to that stage where people have done it in the Western world here, where they do a bit of working and then continue their life of politics. But they usually go back to where they're coming from. So my tip is get a life and then wait until it becomes even a better world to go into. Today, you won't compete in it. You won't want to be part of it. But let's just destroy yourself.
Yeah. That's the end of it for today. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate. Let's watch the new what's going on in River State. And guys, let's keep the dream on. Let's keep the hope on. Nigeria must be the country we dream of. All right? We should not give in. We should not give up. Okay? That is what I will say. That's what I will say. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Please kindly like, share, and make comments. All right. Thank you for watching. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Let's keep the hope and the dream on. Thank you. Good night.